The Premier League season is right around the corner. It's about 4 weeks away now. So you know what that means. It's time for the 24-25 Premier League predictions. I've done it yearly, it's only right to keep this tradition going. So if you do enjoy these sorts of videos and you do want to see more videos like this, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also give me your predictions below in the comments, and you guys are probably also going to roast mine. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. No wasting any time, let's start the predictions. In 20th place, I have Southampton. I think they're going straight back down, finishing rock bottom like they did a few years ago. I think it's just inevitable with some of the promoted teams. We saw it last season with the huge gap between the top championship teams and just the bottom half of the Premier League. There's a huge gap there, and I just don't think Southampton are going to be able to compete. And for God's sakes, they've signed Adam Lallana. That's not going to help them whatsoever. I don't know why they've gone and done that. The fans don't even like him. 19th place now, and I have Ipswich Town. You might be starting to see a pattern here with the newly promoted sides. Like I just said, it's just inevitable. The newly promoted sides will struggle no matter what. All three teams did go down last season, and it's a strong possibility that it could happen again. In 18th place now, the final team that I think will get relegated this season is Nottingham Forest. To just simply put it, I think their time in the Premier League's done. They've had some decent couple of years. They had Steve Cooper. They had Nuno that saved them last year. But sadly, I think Nuno, we will see Forest start poorly. And we'll see Nuno gone by Christmas. And it's sad to say their new manager won't be able to do enough. They will be relegated. 17th, just about surviving relegation, I have Brentford here. This could come as a shock to a few. But like I said, with Forest, their time in the Premier League could nearly be up if they don't get their act together. The thing is with Brentford, they're getting a bit too complacent in the Prem. Ivan Toney doesn't want to stay. He has, 1 year left on his deal. He's going to walk next summer no matter what. So Brentford need to get their act together, and quickly. I don't see no matter how results go, I don't see the board sacking Thomas Frank under any circumstances this season. So I see him at the end of this season possibly quitting his job. And then Brentford are in for a real sticky situation. 16th place, and it's a Leicester City. I mean, they've won the Premier League. They have some experienced players in that team, such as Jamie Vardy, just to name one. Striker, is he club captain? I think he might be. He's a legend there. They will confidently stay up and survive. 15th, and I have Fulham, a comfortable mid-table side. Not going to be in danger of relegation. Not going to push for the top half. There's going to be mid-table mediocrity. They've let a few players leave on frees. To toss into Chelsea, Bobby Defakura-Reid to Leicester City on frees. They have signed Sessegnon as a replacement. That could be a hope where they could push on, maybe a bit higher, maybe push for a top half spot, but who knows? This is the early predictions. 14th, and I have Brighton. We saw it last season. They're starting their gradual decline. They're going back to being a mid-table Premier League side. They had Graham Potter. He did well, left to Chelsea. They had De Zerbi. He quit. He got exposed. He wasn't winning them games. They now have a new manager. No one really knows how he's going to do. This squad, it's a decent squad, so they will be able to survive. They'll just be another comfortable mid-table side. 13th place, and it's Wolves. Gary O'Neill's men are going to be able to stay in that comfortable mid-table side. Last season, a lot of people wrote Wolves off, including myself, saying they'd get relegated with O'Neill. O'Neill proved everybody wrong, and he's done it. Wolves are a comfortable mid-table side. The only worrying thing is that they did lose their star centre-back and captain of the club, Max Kilman, to West Ham. But if they reinvest that money correctly, they will still be able to stay comfortably in the Prem. 12th place, and I have West Ham United. New manager, no David Moyes. I think it's the end of the days of West Ham constantly pushing up for European spaces. With Moyes, with a new manager, under new management, I think this is a transitional period for them. I think these West Ham fans are in for a bit of a culture shock. The last few years, they've been pushing for Europe. They've been in Conference League, Europa League. But gone are those days for this is a big transitional period for West Ham, and I just think it's going to be a mid-table finish during this period. 11th place, I have the blue side of Merseyside, Everton. Sean Dyche is going to lead this side to push up in this table, possibly push for a top half finish. We saw it last season. Dyche had his defence on lock. He had Tarkowski, Brantford, Pickford. Those are the 3 stars in that defence, and they're going to do even better this season. This season they won't have a points deduction. They're going to do something this season, so people need to be warned and be prepared for Everton. Now on to the top half of the table. In 10th place, I have Bournemouth. I think Iriola's going to have a master season here, finishing Bournemouth in the top half. I think Solanke's going to have another sensational season, maybe even establish himself in the England squad. 9th place, I have Chelsea. This is going to come as a big shock to some people. Just last night, they drew 2-2 in pre-season to a League One side in Wrexham. This squad is not going to gel whatsoever. We're going to see it. They were starting to pick back up with Cole Palmer last season, with Pochettino, but they chose to go and sack him, and they've hired an ex-Leicester manager. He's won nothing in his career other than what, a championship. He's not a proven manager. He will definitely be sacked by the end of the season. Palmer's going to have another good season, but there will be squad conflicts unless they can resolve it quick with Enzo Fernandez and some of their French players. Chelsea could be in for another very, very poor season. 8th place, and I've gone with Newcastle United. They're going to go another year without European football, and then after that, in at 7th place, I have Crystal Palace. They're going to have an immense season. They've been finishing mid-table for years and years now, but Glasner's in town. We saw their form off the back of last season. They're going to carry that into this season and have an amazing season and qualify for Europe. 6th place, and it is Villa. After they finished 4th last season, they will still remain in and around the European spots, but it just won't be in the Champions League spots. I think with the new format of the Champions League as well, they could struggle with their fixture congestion. They could see results slip. They could prioritise other competitions over the Premier League. This could be their issue. In 5th place, I have Man United, just missing out on the Champions League football. And this could come as a shock to a lot of people. A lot of people could predict them to finish a lot lower than I have right here. But I do think their transfer business has been good. They are looking kind of scary. I'm not going to lie, as a Liverpool fan, I'm a bit nervous to face Man United now. In 4th place, I have Liverpool, my team. This is a new era at Liverpool. We have a new manager, out Jurgen Klopp. It does pay me to say, but in with Arne Slot, we're going to see how good he is. And I just think in this transitional period, like for West Ham, we will slip off a bit. We won't be in a title race, but we will find enough to finish in Champions League football. We still have our squad. We still have Trent. We still have Van Dijk. We still have Alisson. We still have Mohamed Salah, who I'm hoping will have an amazing season under Slot. And I also think that Darwin Núñez will be in a shout for a golden boot race, is all I'm going to say. In 3rd place, and I have Tottenham. That's right, they're going to make their return to the Champions League for the first time in a couple years. I think last season just proved it. Postecoglou is a very, very good manager. He has links with England as well. We could see that possibly happen as well, but I doubt it. I think Son will have another very, very good season. I think you'll see Vicario have another amazing season where people rate him very highly. And in 2nd place, I have Arsenal. That's right, hate on me. I have predicted them to fall short of the Premier League title yet again. And it's not that I'm hating on Arsenal. It's not because I don't like Arsenal. It's just purely because I do think they have a very, very strong squad that is capable of winning the league. We saw it last season. We saw it the year before. It's just going to be down to whether City perform, and I think they will. Other than that, Arsenal have a very, very strong team, and I do think they are one of the best in the world. And obviously, in 1st place, it's Man City, 115 charges. They're going to go and win another Premier League title. a fifth in a row, record breaking. It is what it is. They're just going to do what they always do, turn up late on in the season in the title race and win it yet again. No surprises there.